ESA, you learn directly from the best players in the world. They'll review your gameplay, show you new perspectives, and outline the steps you can take to shatter the bones of your enemies. Or just raise your skill rating. Book a session or replay review right now on metafy.gg.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the ESA Season 4 playoffs, where we will now view the match, which is Royal versus Orgless, which is actually two teams coming from Group C, if I am correct. Yes, C or Group 3. Something is apparently wrong with Royal. One person is already leaving. Let's hope he will come back. I don't think there's any big issue regarding the match setup, but likely he will return. So let's actually take a quick look on the operator bands coming out. The first operator band is coming from Team Blue, which is Royal, which will start on defense, and their first operator band is Thatcher. Thatcher, of course, is a very good operator, but he is no longer the only operator with the EMP nade. Of course, after yesterday, when the new season came out, the EMP impact nade was introduced to the game. So therefore, even though Thatcher is banned, still EMP options will be available, and I'm actually hoping to see them now that that he has been banned. So that would actually be very interesting to see. The second operator band coming out from Team Orange, which is Orgless, is the Finca. Of course, also Finca has been nerfed a little bit. The nades aren't as good as they used to be. Plus, many guns actually have been nerfed in terms of recall, including the LMGs. So her pick rate should go down a bit, and therefore also her ban rate. This is followed by Thunderbird. Thunderbird, of course, a very useful operator. Can just place down her healing stations, and then most of her job is already done. And the final operator to be banned is Mira. Mira always been a super strong operator, especially also on Team Park. So therefore it's a very understandable ban. Luckily, the member of Team Royal has rejoined the match, so we can actually go on with this match. We can start it, no issues, which is always good to see. So yeah, like I said, the new season came out. This means that some changes have been made towards the game. A new operator has been introduced, a new map in the ranked playlist, but also various changes to the existing operator in terms of weapon balancing, operator balancing, but also the EMP secondary impact nade. So yeah, this is actually the first match that's being casted since this update obviously came out yesterday. So I'm very curious to see if we will see anything of the new update come out. The new operator hasn't been picked so far, although there is an option to do the attacker repick, which would allow them to still pick the new operator, which is called Grim. So Grim, the new operator, he can be picked. He is allowed to be picked here in ESA in this new season of Rainbow Six Siege. So I'm very curious to see if we will see him later. But also, like I said, the EMP nade would be very cool to see, especially since Thatcher has been banned. So he's kind of a must to pick. And so far, we actually see the EMP nade being picked. Nuck has the EMP impact nade available to her loadout, and she has picked it, which is a very smart thing, especially since Thatcher has been banned. So now they still have an option to throw Thatcher nades, or EMP nades as you should call them, and therefore jam electronics for a certain amount of time so they can easier breach or deal with certain electronics. So the first round of this match has now started. It's Orgless currently on the attack, where Royal is defending. First attackers are already trying to make their way in, and meanwhile the Amaro already used her gadget to hop in the building early on through the cafeteria area. She entered the bunk area where she got a kill on the first operator, which was the mute. After this, also the Ash managed to get a kill. No, sorry, it's Freeze got a kill there on Sutter, but in the end, it's Jaeger refragging a bit for his team, taking out my gun. That's the Nuck. No more EMP nades, but still a 3 versus 4 in the advantage of the attacking team at the moment. A logic bomb is coming out from the Dokkaebi, helping her team to find defenders a bit more, since they're making noise, and also disrupting them since their phone will be vibrating, which is very distracting for them. So attackers are making their way into the building, trying to clear out some of the roamers, but in the end, Quake actually managed to find a kill on Dave Hypnotized. Dave Hypnotized taken out. Swift for the kill there on Billy. It's now 2 versus 3. Attackers are already inside of the bomb site, where Quake is playing behind the throne, and Pizza is currently roaming. Seth is going for the plant. He will likely get the plant down, and the diffuser has now been planted. 42 seconds for the defending team to find the 3 remaining attackers and defuse the diffuser. In the end, it's Freeze with a kill there on Quake. It's all coming down to Pizza, the Jaeger, who's currently playing a blue, and he gets found by Seth, the ace, and gets taken out. Meaning this first round will go to the attacking team, which is Orgless, putting the score on 0-1. So yeah, let's actually continue the introduction which I was doing earlier. As we can see currently, this is Group C, where Royal won one match in overtime, so they actually scored 2 points, where Orgless lost a match in overtime, and therefore they only have 1 point. So currently Royal is ahead of Orgless, so therefore Orgless could really use the win here. And if we look on Liquipedia on the head-to-head statistics, we can see these people have been playing against each other 2 times in Season 3 of ESA. Where both of the times actually Orgless managed to win. They play once a Clubhouse with a 5-7 score for Orgless the win, and also one time on Café Dostoevsky where Orgless won with 7-4. So basically in the head-to-head statistics we can say that Orgless is a better team, and also currently they are with 1 point ahead of their opponent. But currently Royal being having scored more points in these group stages, and therefore being in a better position. And also something very interesting to mention is that in Group A, Benelux VIP unfortunately has decided to stop playing Discord leagues, as some of the players will be moving towards PC. Some players are going to focus on the study, so therefore they have forfeited all Discord leagues they're participating in, including ESA. So therefore they're no longer participating, and therefore many matches of Group A already have been finished, with only a total of 2 more matches to go in Group A. Okay, so the second round is now starting. Once again, the EMP Impact Nade is coming out on the Nuke. Nuke last time wasn't too effective with it, but in the end they didn't even need it because they managed to hop in the building very easily. And this time it's Swift at the first kill there on the Sutter. That's the pulse taken off the board. A huge pain in the ass he can be, but he won't be longer, as the IQ managed to likely find him using her scanner. And that way they found him easy early on and took him out of the game. So attackers are currently making their way inside of the building or towards the building. Fisk is one of those players who is already playing inside of Drug Lab, which is a very strong position to already play in. Various rotations can be cut down from there, and the bomb site can be approached from there. But meanwhile, Pizza is roaming. The roaming Jaeger managed to find the Nuke once more. Once again, that's the EMP Impact Nades off the board. No more EMP nades for the attacking team, which might make things a bit more difficult for them to open up walls later on. Of course, he will still be able to use various explosives to take out some of the electronics, but it will be much more difficult. In the end, Billy, the Vigil, managed to get a killer on Dave. Feats with a killer on Billy. It's a 3 versus 3 now, where the IQ is waiting for a player playing there in upper arcades. If he just exposes himself, she might find him, but in the end, Mute is aware that this play is becoming a bit dangerous, and therefore is now deciding to rotate back towards the bomb site. So meanwhile, 1 minute and 40 seconds have expired. Fisk is now coming down the yellow stairs. He just missed the Mute by a hair. He might still have hurt him. He might be aware that Mute is playing in the bathrooms. But at the same time, there's a good chance that he didn't. In the end, Fisk does find Sweatshirt, which was the Mute. In the end, the Mute does get shot down by Fisk. And now it's a 2 versus 3. 2 defenders currently playing inside of the bomb site, versus 3 attackers who now need to take control over this bomb site. Quake is holding this very smart angle, facing the blue area. Nades are being thrown to potentially bridge the yellow wall, but in the end the nades do not connect with their target. But as the ace charges can be thrown up quite high, they will still be able to open up the wall. Probably too high to fall through, but still good enough to have a new line of sight. But luckily, Quake actually has impact nades. He throws the impact nades to destroy the ace charges, so the wall will not be breached. Ace no longer has any hard breaching utility, so entering the bomb site will be very difficult for the attacking team. They need to enter through 1 out of the 2 doors, so it's very easy for the 2 defenders to actually hold those angles. In the end, Pizza actually manages to find the first kill there on Frisk. In the end, Swift gets injured and gets finished. Quick with the kill there on Swift, and in the end, the last player on side, the Jaeger, who should have been able to win this, gets taken out, meaning this round will go to the attacking team, which is Orgless, putting the score on 0-2. So meanwhile, the prediction has come to an end, so I'm actually very curious what you guys are expecting of this match. Actually interesting to see 11 people in total casted their vote, for which I'm very thankful. 7 people, so the majority voted for Royal, where only 4 people voted for Orgless, which is very interesting. Like I said, statistically, I mean, as far as statistics have been fully recorded, which obviously is possible, but then all of these statistics have been recorded properly. Orgless here has the advantage. They are the better team statistically. So therefore, I was expecting more of Orgless, but of course, only I was expecting that more people would vote for Orgless. In the end, Orgless is ahead with the 2-0 score, which is very fortunate for them. But still, it's only 2 rounds. Anything can happen at this moment. Royal can still wake up and get more points, and I'm very curious to see that happen. Okay, so attackers are now trying to make their way towards the building once more. Once again, my gun playing on the Nook with the EMP impact nades. So far, she hasn't been too effective, especially since she's been doing the opening kill very often. But this time it's Fridge with the opening kill on Pizza and Sutter with a kill on Swift. That's 2 people taken out, 1 on each team. That's the Amaru and the Jaeger of the boards, bringing this round to a 4 versus 4 even men count. Dave Hypnotized is still playing outside. He was probably still droning for his team. Meanwhile, Freeze get the first kill there on Quake. Is Quake taken off the board? That's the Oh, excuse me, something was happening with my stream. Let me just... one moment, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, some weird things happening here, but in the end, it seems to be fixed or seems to be over now. In the end, Sweatshirt with a kill there on Freaks. Dave Hypnotized with a kill there on Billy. It's now 2 versus 3 score. Once again, the attackers in the advantage. They still have some Harbinger utility. This time also the Nug managed to survive a little longer. So she still has her EMP nades. But they need to be very careful because Sutter is playing upstairs. But this time he does get found by my gun. Does get taken out. It's all coming down to Sweatshirt right now. Who's playing in this 1 versus 3. Playing in blue. If the attackers are being a bit patient, they will be able to go for Harbinger later on. But in the end, it's Dave with the final kill on Sweatshirt, meaning another round will go to the attacking team, Orgless, putting the score on 0-3.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
So currently Orgless in the lead with a 0-3 score. They're playing very well. They're making a very good opening right here, and therefore they're in a very good position right now. I just understood that apparently it's Fask and not Fisk. So I'll try to correct myself and try to pronounce it as Fask.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds to insertion. Attackers have located a bomb. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Okay, so the 4th round is now starting. Once again, Michael with the EMP impact nades, which can be very useful for his team. We haven't seen it too much in action yet, but it might always become useful in a later moment. 3 rounds have been won by the attacker side, 0 defensive wins so far. All 3 defensive rounds have been played on the same bomb site, which was Armory's Throne, and for that reason the defenders now have finally decided to go to a different bomb site, which hopefully will be more successful for them. Ash, meanwhile, using some of her Ash charges to open up some of the hatches, which can be very effective. Of course, these hatches get opened up much faster and a bit safer, as you can do it from a safe distance. No risk to be C4'd early on, which is very understandable. Meanwhile, various attackers trying to gather some information, droning around, finding where the defenders are playing. And also Dave here on the upside down rebel, trying to find someone, but in the end, all he finds is the alibi hologram, which does expose his position. And therefore he decides to relocate himself. And yeah, that's Billy with the opening kill on my gun. That's the my gun who was playing in cafeteria. Billy here with the punch hole in the office vault, taking out the Nuck, which means they won't have any more EMP impact nades. So Fest currently making his way into Cafe, trying to get some first control, but in the end it's Dave with another gunfight, finding Sutter, but in the end it's Sutter getting the kill on Dave. Pizza with the kill there on Fesk. It's all coming down to the two remaining attacking team. This might be the first defensive win, which we have been hoping for some time now. Billy with another kill there on Sad. It's all coming down to the Ash. Swift in this 5 versus 1 situation, which will be very tough for her. Still 1 minute and 5 seconds on the clock, which is a decent amount of time to work with for the Ash. But still, a 1 versus 5 will be super difficult. And I'm very curious to see how this will play out. Ash, at the moment, rotating herself outside. She might in the end rotate herself towards the hatch on the rooftop that she had opened up, or towards cafeteria. Of course, the diffuser was dropped on the floor, but in the end, she does rotate herself all the way back to the eastern side of the map. This kind of seems like she's just wasting the time, using this time to have kind of like a tactical time while within her team to talk about the strategies, to talk about certain things. They are currently ahead with a 3-0 score, or 0-3 as I should say, which is very good for them. So they might not even need this tactical time, but in the end, she does try to make her way towards the bomb site, but with very little time left, only 15 seconds. There's not a lot of time for her to work with. She does in the end find some defenders, does damage, and even one injured comes out, taking out Quake. Another kill there on Sweatshirt. It's now a 3 versus 1 situation, but as the time runs out, this round will go to the defending team, which is Team Royal, putting the score on 1-3. So finally, Royal managed to win their first defensive round. It took them a serious amount of time, even though they decided to go and start on the defense. They have only managed to get 1 round out of it so far. So let's hope for them this is a waking up moment. They're finally getting some of the momentum going. And hopefully for them, they will be able to win some more rounds.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Okay, so for the 5th round, we will go to another bomb site once more, which in this case is Daycare Bunk. Potentially also this bomb site will work much better for the defending team, which is Royal, just like Initiation Office did for them. Hopefully they will be able to win another round, put the score on 2-3, which will make this match much more interesting. Because if Orgless would be able to win another round, of course it will be spectacular. But it's much more interesting to watch a close match instead of a match which is dominated by one team.
5 seconds to insertion. Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
In the end, It and the Muse both come out. It would actually have been very useful if the Nuke did bring her EMP impact nade, but in the end did switch to the nade, which also can be very useful, can be very lethal as well. The nade, however, has been nerfed a slight bit, especially the explosive range isn't as big, but still it can be very strong. Okay, so attackers have made the first way inside of the building, trying to look for first entry points. Looking for the way in. Also, Nuke using her ability, her stealth ability to move inside of the building, to avoid cameras, to make less sound. But there's no one near her at the moment. Attackers clearly going for a much more slower approach this time. Usually they would have already got more map control, would have probably picked up the first defender. So definitely a completely different kind of approach from Orgless here. Of course, this is a different bomb site, which of course does require a different approach. But at the same time, it's very interesting to see them play so much different at the moment. Almost half the round has expired, as there's only 1 minute and 35 seconds left on the clock. Nades come out from downstairs, but in the end do not hit their target. The Mute was playing there, just rotated away. And but only less than half of the round remaining. It would be about time for the attackers to get more control. And then first floor's drone does come out. Pizza with a kill there on Swift. That's the first attacker taken out. A good start for the defending team at the moment, as the Ash has now been taken off the boards. And one of the top fraggers of the attacking team as well.
Countering that intel. Explosive on the move. Changing max. Lost contact with Artero.
Currently, Pizza playing downstairs in the blue room. He might find any rotating attacker anytime. As attacker might go up the arcade stairs or go up the yellow stairs. He's closing in. He might find the Yana any second. But no, in the end, it's his teammate Billy finding Fesk, taking him out. Bringing this round to 5 versus 3. But as we speak, the ace gets injured. And various other people get taken out as well. Meaning this round will go to the defending team once more. Putting the score on to 3. And Royal, ladies and gentlemen, is working on their comeback. And it's only 1 point behind on their opponent, Orgless, at the moment. For their 6th and final defensive round, they will go back to Armory Throne Room. The bomb side they have been playing 3 times before and weren't successful on defending for a single time. So for the 4th time, they will now try it. Hopefully for them, they will be able to succeed. Otherwise, it might have been smarter for them to go to the other option on this map, which is Drug Storage, Drug Lab, which is not the greatest bomb site. But in the end, if you have lost the same bomb site 3 times and will lose it potentially a 4th time, then it might be better to go for the least popular bomb site in this case. But at the same time, it's very much possible they will be more successful this time, and that they will be able to win this bomb site this time for the 4th time, for their 4th try. Okay, so in the end, all the walls are being reinforced, hatches being opened up. Do we see any extension towards the top? So far, yes. Wamai has been placing some reinforcements there to further cover him, which would help him to hold his position there a bit longer.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
So today we'll only have 1 match, which is Royal versus Orgless. So after this we will be going offline again when this match is finished. But later this week there will be more matches. So keep a close eye on the socials of ESA to find out which matches are being played when and whether they're being streamed or not. Okay, so attackers are trying to make their way towards the building, looking for a first way in. Also Seth already playing on the rooftop, where he, for example, can use his breaching charge to open up the hatch, but in the end he drops down the castle entrance, the balcony on the eastern side, and is going to accompany his teammates down at Gong. Meanwhile, My Gun trying to use his sneak ability to sneak in. Also the Jack already inside of the building, using his scanner ability to find footprints of the defending team, to find if anyone has been in this area, and in the end even expose their location. Some default camps are still being taken out, disrupting some information gathering from the defending team. And M Swift currently working his way towards the top area, where he will find some people roaming. Currently Vigil and the Mute are roaming on the top area. They just have been drones, even though Vigil was using his ability. A punch has been made, but in the end, no. M Swift is aware, finds Sutter, takes him out. It's just Mute on the upper level right now, who is currently roaming there all alone. He is falling back a little bit, playing things a bit more safe, and even drops down arcades. We probably will rotate back to the bomb site. So ace charges will be thrown, but unfortunately a Mute Jammer was placed. Even also Quake does have impact nades, so he will be able to impact trick if needed. But the attackers first will need to deal with his Mute Jammers to be able to open up the wall. In the end, Dave Hypnotized takes out Pizza. Impact nades do get thrown. Finds 2 ace charges in total. And with last ace charge, also no, actually find 2 ace charges. Ace charge did get activated, did open up the wall a little bit, but unfortunately the Mute Jammer is still placed there, hasn't been taken care of, and therefore it will be very difficult for them to open up the wall. Fesk with a kill there on Sweatshirt with the frag grenades, and also Sad with a kill there on Quake, and Feast with a final kill there on Billy, meaning this round will go to the attacking team, which is also flawlessly, and therefore Orgless now scores another point, putting the score on 2-4. So currently 2-4 score. With that score, we will go to the roll swap, where blue team Royal will now need to attack and Orgless will need to defend. In the end, it was Royal picking the starting side of defense. They only got 2 points out of it, which isn't too great for them, which is very unfortunate. So hopefully the attacking side will work a bit better for them.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And also one thing that makes me very happy, this is actually the first time that Team Park is being played on stream, so finally we will see Team Park, and also we'll have some side statistics after this.
Camera feed up and running. Time for a diversion.
Okay, so for the first defensive round of Team Orgless, we'll go to Bunk Daycare. A bomb site that was only played by Royal once. Royal, in the end, did manage to win that defensive round. And it's now up to Orgless to go for the defense here, where Royal will need to
5
attack.
seconds remaining. Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
On the side of Royal, we don't see any EMP impact nades coming out, but they, however, have brought the Maverick. Maverick, of course, is able to create some holes in walls, even fully bridge walls if desired, but also he can create holes to help to find those potential meat jammers or electric claws or bandit charges, which haven't been picked at all, so they don't even really need him in this case, but still, he can be useful. Sophia already going for a very aggressive drop, although I was about to say for drop, but in the end, no, she does not. She does make her way away from the hedge and does not go for the drop. It would have been surely interesting and very dangerous as well. In the end, Sophia is playing on hedge. It is aware that Fesk is playing below, after which he threw the impact nade to contest that hedge. Sophia tries to get a kill of that, but in the end, no, it's Fesk with the kill. After the pizza with a kill there on my gun, meaning both teams have now suffered one casualty. Fesk is still playing below that hedge, and of course now you are becoming a bit predictable. This way Sweatshirt is able to pick off an easy kill on Fesk there, bringing this round to a 4 versus 3. So currently Yana using her ability to further scout ahead. Of course, her drone will regenerate. She will be able to scout ahead a bit more using this gadget in a safe way, which is even preferable sometimes rather than wasting drones. The final attackers are now making their way inside of the building with only 1 minute and 20 seconds of the clock. It would be very desired for them to start to get more control. They will need to breach some walls, or at least it will be very useful for them to breach some walls, as it will help them to get further control over the map. Ace will now throw his first ace charge, or is thinking to throw his first ace charge. This would give the attackers a new line of sight and entry point, which can be very useful. In the end, Yana does scout out the initiation area, finds out there's no defender playing there at the moment. So any second, we will likely see the attackers get more control and throw out those ace charges to do some harsh breaching. But no, in the end, it's actually sad with the C4 kill from below. He finds Pizza. The Yana takes Yana out. It's very unfortunate for the attacking team. It's now back to an equal 3 versus 3. Nate gets thrown back, do get caught by the what might is, and also Dave hypnotized with a kill there on Sutter, taking out the Maverick. It's now 2 versus 3 in the advantage for the defending team. Royal has lost their the advantage that they used to have. And with the ace charges being activated, they now do have a line of sight into the bunk area, but as the C4 or impact nade was thrown, the ace charge has been destroyed, and therefore they can no longer enter through it. Dave gets a kill on Quake. It's all coming down to Sweatshirt, the Sledge, in this 1 versus 3 situation with only 5 seconds on the clock. Very limited time, and in the end, it's the, I think it's the one Mai there, no, Valkyrie playing here in break, getting the final kill for his team, which means a defensive win for Orgless, putting the score on 2-5, and currently Orgless with 3 points advantage in the lead.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So once again, during Season 4 of ESA, once again we have Dude as sponsor, but the new sponsor also has joined, which is Metafy. So both Dude and Metafy, thank you for sponsoring ESA. They have been able to provide a pretty nice prize pool together with the entry fee, which I think will be announced pretty soon, because I don't think it's fully known yet. No, the prize pool hasn't been fully announced yet. Maybe the ESA team can work on that to give us some information on the actual prize pool and how it would be divided. That would be very nice to hear from them, because I'm also very curious about that as well.
5 seconds to go.
But either way, for the second defensive round of Orgless, we're now going to Initiation Office, which was also played only once by Team Royal. It was one, however, but it's now also Royal to go for the attack here and Orgless to defend it. The attackers are making their way towards the building, of which Nomad already is playing on the rooftop. She will drop down the balcony on the eastern side of the building and will likely try to get the first bit of control over the area. Nomad charges will be placed down to disrupt further roamers and to disallow them to go for any flanks. But in the end, Jaeger finds the Nomad charge, takes it out. That's the air jab off the board. Nomad now only will have 2 remaining, which is unfortunate for her. Dave is currently playing very aggressive in cash and does get shot down, does get punished for that. Pizza with the kill on Dave, the opening kill for Team Royal, which is very desirable for them. Fesk currently playing there in locker room. You can see him thinking to throw out the impact nade, but Sutter seems to be aware. Did find Fesk. Pizza Mimo with a kill on Swift. Sutter with a kill on My Gun, and Seth with a kill there on Billy. It's all coming down to Seth now in this 4 versus 1 situation, but he does get found by Sweat and gets taken out. Meaning this round will be won by the attacking team, which is Royal, putting the score on 3-5. But still, Orgless in the lead with 2 points difference. So we'll now head over to the 9th round of this match. After the defenders lost their round, they could go back to initiation offense, but instead they have decided to go back to go for a first time to Armory Throne. Of course, it's one of the most popular bomb sites on this map. It's literally like one big bunker with only 3 walls to be breached on each side and 2 doors to enter from. No direct hatch towards the bomb site, only towards the blue connector, and therefore it's basically a big bunker with also the majority of the rooftop or ceiling being made out of stone. Also, lots of furniture inside of the bomb site to provide cover for the defenders there. So therefore, it's a very popular bomb site to play. Also, there's a nice option to actually do some impact tracking on the walls, preventing the enemy from breaching it. And I'm actually surprised that Orgless left this one for that 3rd defense and didn't pick it sooner. But of course, in the end, you do need to play multiple bomb sites anyway. So why not start with the odd ones and leave the most popular one for the last round, or in this case, the 3rd round. In it is already Billy with the first kill, finding Dave Hypnotized. Dave Hypnotized was likely going for a spawn peek somewhere. I'm even wondering where this could have potentially happened. Oh, it actually happened at the arcade window. So it seems like he was going for a spawn peek, but he did get punished for it. Attackers with the first opening kill on the defenders there, bringing the round early on to a 5 versus 4. Pizza Mimo already entering the building, being inside of Cash. Already finding out that Swift, the Vigil, is playing very close to him. Swift, however, has fallen back towards the yellow stairs. Is now laying down very close to the reinforcement, which is a very strong location to play in. But in the end, he does decide to rotate himself away. Meanwhile, Sweatshirt and I think it's the Termite already playing inside of initiation room. Pizza with another kill there on Swift. That's Swift taking off the board. The Vigil. And Feast with a kill there on Pizza. That's the Alibi playing probably towards yellow stairs, but now rotating himself back towards the joint corridor. So currently it is a 4 versus 3, but still 1 minute and 35 seconds on the clock. Jekyll is in play, which will be super effective to find potential roamers. And make things much easier for the attacking team. Yeah, that's another kill there on the attacking team. The attacking team now has lost their advantage and it's now an equal 3 versus 3 as Billy will be taken out. It's all coming down to the 3 remaining attackers versus the 3 remaining defenders. Hard breaching still needs to be done. It's just a question of which they will decide to breach. There's nothing to really disrupt the breach except for impact nades being available on both Set and Fesk. So there's still a good option for the hard breaching utility of Quake to be denied. So it might prove to become a very difficult round for the attackers here. As Termite is placing down his A charge, Seth will become aware, does throw his first impact nade, and does find the Termite breaching charge. Therefore, the Termite breaching charge has been taken off the board. Only 1 remains. He will now try to place the second one, but Seth is still playing close in the area. Will now throw his second impact nade, but no, it doesn't connect. The wall will be open. That's huge for the second team. They meanwhile have suffered another casualty. However, so it is a 2 versus 3, but they do now have another line of sight / entry point towards the bomb site, which will be proving to be very useful. Only 15 seconds on the clock, however, so they will need to go in, find some kills, which will be very difficult. A bulletproof game has been placed. Michael with the kill on Sweatshirt. It's all coming down to the tournament right now. And he will be taken out by Sad. Meaning this round will go to the defending team, which is Orgless. Putting another round on their rounds. On the 5-round win so far. Putting the score on 3-6. Match points for Team Orgless. So currently a 3-6 score for Orgless. Orgless being on match point for that reason, meaning they will only need to win one more round to end this match and prevent the match from going to overtime. Royal, however, is currently 3 points behind. They need to win 3 rounds in a row right now to still make a chance on winning this match in overtime, or still earning points in overtime, because if you go to overtime, you will earn points either way. It just depends on whether you win the overtime or lose it, which will decide whether you will earn 1 or 2 points. So it will be very favorable for Royal to win 2 more rounds, or 3 more rounds in a row to bring this match to overtime, where Orgless can also really use the win here, as they are currently behind on points in the group stages on Royal, although it's only by 1 point.
Laying out the welcome mat.
Okay, so for this defensive round, we'll go back to Bank Daycare, which was already played before by Orgless. They did win this round, so they will now try it for a second
5 seconds
time.
left before insertion.
Having my +1.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
So once again, it's up to the attackers of Team Royal to make their way towards the building, look for their first way in, to hopefully get some early picks on and opening kills, which would help them to potentially win this round, which they really need to at the moment.
Loading new magazine. Moving mags.
Okay, so attackers are currently making their way towards the building, looking for the first way in. Doors already have been opened, hatches are being opened. Billy is entering from the locker room,
Defense is up.
which might help him to get an early pick very early on. Swift, however, with the first kill there on Sweatshirt. That's the first attacker taken off the board, which is the Sledge. Fesk, however, needs to be careful because Billy is playing very close to him at the moment. In the end, Fesk did rotate away, which means he might not find the Ash anytime soon. However, he throws an impact nade exactly close to where the Ash is playing. Ash is still playing in the locker room, so she is currently safe. And it seems like Fesk is somewhat aware that Ash is playing there, as he's holding an angle on the locker room. He does find, he also did find the drone being placed by the Ash, so he probably knows someone is playing there. Also, Ash is now aware of the location, so basically both of them will be playing very careful from now early on. He needs to Swift with another kill there on Billy. That's the Ash of the boards, bringing this round to a 3 versus 5 situation in the advantage of Orgless, who is already on match points. Royal really needs to push in some extra energy right here if they still want to make a chance to win this round. Otherwise, this match will be over for them very soon. 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock, which is some time to work with. Unfortunately, one of the ace charges does get caught by one of them on my disc, wasting a bit more utility. Fesk with the kill setter, Dave with the kill pizza, and Dave with the final kill on Quake. Another flawless round, a flawless round to end the match, as Orgless will win this match with a 3-7 score. A beautiful way to end this final match. And here we can actually see the scoreboard. Some nice amount of kills, nothing too out of ordinary. But in the end, the win is all that matters. Orgless wins this match with a 7-3 score. And therefore, Orgless earns 3 points in their group, where Royal will only will earn 0 points. And therefore, let me see. Orgless will take the lead currently with 4 points in their group, and Royal will stay on the will actually drop down to the third spot in their group. So that's basically it for this match. We do have some more matches coming up later this week, so please make sure to keep an eye on our socials. As things seem to be right now, tomorrow MVG will play against Kodak, where Fury will play against Team Misclick in 2 days. Together with FC Fiju and Penta, which will actually be casted by me on Friday evening, and then the final match for this week being played on Sunday. Not all matches, however, have been not for not all matches that has been set, however. So as we'll find out more dates, we'll inform you guys. So like I said, keep an eye on our socials to find out the future match dates. So that's basically it for now. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my casting. My name is Boze Max, and I'll see you guys again on Friday. So everyone, have a good evening. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.